We will collect and deliver news related to the Ethereum spot ETF over the past 2 weeks. I feel like the SEC is really dirty. Wall Street and traditional financial firms are just starting to digest the idea of Bitcoin, says Bitwise CIO. I think we should give it some time before expanding to another crypto ETF. If an ETH spot ETF launches in December, it will attract more funds than if it launches in May, he said. I think that's a better story than a simple yes or no story. The biggest hurdle to converting Grayscale's Ethereum Trust ETH to a spot ETF is staking ETH, BitMEX researchers said. If the SEC doesn't allow Ethereum staking, there's more reason to buy back ETH than to hold it. For example, if Grayscale reduces ETF fees from 2.5% to 1.5% and the staking yield is 4%. By holding ETH without redeeming it, the calculation shows that the investor effectively loses about 5.5%. However, if the SEC allows ETH staking, things aren't so bad for Fidelity and BlackRock. This is because a strategy could be to stake 70% of Ethereum's liquidity and only hold 30% through an Ethereum spot ETF. ETH, on the other hand, can experience significant outflows, he explained. If this is true, it doesn't look good for Grayscale, as most of them are currently filing amendments to their applications for an Ethereum spot ETF with Ethereum staking. Fidelity also filed an amendment to its Ethereum spot ETF with staking capabilities. According to the filing, Fidelity may stake a portion of the fund's assets through one or more trusted staking providers. Token rewards earned from staking profits can be treated as revenue for the fund. I'm curious to see who the staking vendors will be. If staking revenue is treated as revenue to the fund, this is very good news for Ethereum. However, the higher the number of Ethereum stakes, the lower the interest rate, which may reduce your long-term returns. According to Unfolded, Grayscale has filed a 14A filing for an Ethereum Trust ETH, including the ability to stake and profit from the Ethereum held in the fund. Staking Ethereum spot ETFs seem to be the way to go. James Seifert, an analyst specializing in ETFs at Bloomberg, told X that the odds of an Ethereum spot ETF being approved in May continue to decrease. Opinion on an Ethereum ETF approval or not has changed in recent months. We now predict that there is a high probability that the Ethereum spot ETF will not be approved on May 23 local time. In the case of Bitcoin, there were extensive discussions between regulators and issuers prior to the January approval. Ethereum spot ETFs, on the other hand, are not, he added. Once again, Ethereum ETFs are being delayed until May, the last of the year. On March 21, out of the blue, news breaks that the Ethereum Foundation is under investigation by a state agency. I was hoping for something, but Fortune Crypto reports that the US SEC is pushing for Ethereum to be classified as a security. I had a lawyer tell me that this is common, and I had an expert tell me that it's unlikely to happen. Even the chairman of the U.S. House of Representatives Financial Services Committee said it was unreasonable. The CEO of Coinbase and the CEO of Grayscale also strongly disagreed, saying that Ethereum is not a security. The SEC's attempt is likely to fail, said Brian Quintons, a former U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission commissioner and head of policy response at Andreessen Horowitz. When the SEC allowed ETH futures ETFs to trade on regulated exchanges, they already admitted that Ethereum is not a security. The SEC also began investigating Ethereum when it switched its consensus algorithm to proof of stake in 2022, while the approval of the ETH futures ETF came much later. We probably already knew it wasn't going to happen and wondered if the SEC was making up excuses to not approve the ETF in May. In fact, the consensus is that May is tough, and now we're talking about December or next year. The founder of Ethereum transaction fee tracking platform the DAO's Ridgeway, Sasuli. Based on all available information, it is highly likely that the ETH spot ETF will be approved on May 23. If the ETH spot ETF is not approved, this is an opportunity to buy ETH at a low price. Personally, I plan to buy more ETH in this case. It's not a matter of if, but when an ETH spot ETF will be approved. Some people are saying they're going to approve it on their own without any evidence. Maybe if we told them what the reliable information is. I feel like it's incitement. GSR predicts a 25-year to 25-year approval. Even Kathy Wood, who tends to be more optimistic, says May is a less likely month for approval. So, when will we see an Ethereum spot ETF? I believe that investing is about keeping all possibilities open and getting different pieces of information and combining them to increase your chances of success. We want you to work hard and become a successful investor on your own. Don't stress too much about investing, and be sure to exercise and take care of your health. Thanks for watching.